and welcome to another episode of Into the Minds of Madness, the horror movie podcast, where we cover everything the genre has to offer. This one in particular.
Yes.
I am certified scaredy cat Paul McWhirter, and sitting with me is your horror aficionado, Chris Dicker.
Hello.
How you doing?
Oh, very well.
Yeah, that was fucking fun.
Yeah.
That was fucking fun. We just watched...
Predator.
Yay!
We're a bit buzzing.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah. Also, as everybody probably knows, I am... Ooh,
Excuse me, guys.
a little bit of the coffees. As everybody knows, I have big gaps in my movie watching in general.
Yes.
Whether it's horror movies, anything, I have giant gaps.
Yeah.
And I just filled a huge one.
Yeah, this is a big one.
Yeah,
definitely.
This is a big one. Like, it's not one that I've ever been like, Predator, really. Like, I've just never gotten around to it.
Yeah, definitely.
And if it's ever been on TV, I've caught like,
just snippets.
Or it's been like, it's so far in that it's like, no, I can't watch this.
It's too far into its lore and all that.
Yeah, exactly. Like where it's one that I'd actually like to see, and then finally did. I mean, I have seen. Speaking of jumping on way towards the end.
Yeah.
Predators. I've seen the last 20 minutes of it.
Oh man, you've seen the last 20 minutes of the most recent one.
Yeah,
That's right near the
Adrian
end.
Brody, right?
Yeah.
And Topher Grace. Is it Topher Grace?
I think Topher Grace is. I know.
Somebody along those lines.
I know. Is it Martin Lawrence? Not Martin Lawrence. Oh no. Oh god, I've forgotten every role. All the names.
Martha.
No, oh my god! It's just like his name is just like left
In
my body.
Predators?
Yeah. Oh my god! In Matrix, what was the guy who gives him the pill?
Oh, Lawrence Fishburne.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was really hurting you, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know why. I just went completely blank. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Lawrence Fishburne's in that as well.
Okay.
That was my point to all that.
I definitely didn't see him.
That was my point to all that struggle just then.
Yeah.
Just for that fact that could be wrong.
Yeah. I
Could be wrong.
The pit. You know the pit at the end of Predators?
I
Where
think
one of
so.
them's, like stuck in the pit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pretty much just watched that bit. Yeah, it was probably only like the last 10 minutes actually when I think about
Isn't
it.
it fun listening to two people trying to remember the movie they've watched a long time ago?
Yeah. There was also
Podcasting.
I've completely forgot what it was, but last week I made a big mistake, and when I was re-listening to it, I was just like, oh, people are going to be yelling at their iPhones right now.
Why? What did you do?
I can't remember what it was,
Oh.
but I misplaced. I said somebody was in it in something. See, we're doing it again. Like
referencing something that no one else can quite remember.
I remembered it on the way over here, but I've completely forgotten it now.
Oh, I have to go back and listen.
There was something I mentioned, and I was like, when I re-listened to it, I was like, people are going to just be yelling
Yeah.
at their phones right now. But yeah, Predator, fucking great.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, like I gotta say, this was probably the first time in a long time I've actually sat down and watched it. Like I think I watched it when I was probably maybe 17, 18.
Yeah.
And I don't think I really got it. I think it was probably a bit too slow for my 18-year-old mind. Like wanted something a bit more action packed.
Yeah.
This had action, but it has good, slow pacing. Watching the team work it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a more mature me appreciated it so much more. Yeah, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, like I mean, it is I guess it covers a lot of things. It's a sci-fi, it's a horror, it's an action movie,
It's a slasher.
Yeah, slasher. Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a niche, big budget, 80s film.
Yeah,
like, it's kind of like it's not sure if it wants to be horror or it wants to be action, but it's
or
just a typical like a typical Arnie movie, which it kind of is just a nice, merging of all those little elements.
Like, and all the dialogue wasn't too naff or anything like that.
There's the great Macho Man kind of intro, like
the high
him
five.
and Dylan, high five midair arm wrestle.
That turns into an arm
you
wrestle,
son of a bitch.
Yeah, which is fucking great. But I want to talk about the very start. Like, so the title card comes up. It goes straight in. Predator right there.
Yeah.
And it starts off like a Star Wars movie. Like being in the stars kind of thing. And then the camera pans down a bit. Like...
It does a little bit. It reminded me of Night of the Creeps. Night of the Creeps had a similar pretty much exactly the similar, like same shot of the sky, like of the stars in the sky and all that sort of stuff, and then the shitty ship comes across with the crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie is just a whole lot of crazy.
When did that come out?
Probably a year or two before this one.
Okay.
Maybe like 86, 85,
Okay.
I think.
Yep.
Yeah, Night of the Creeps. That's a full episode.
Yeah.
That's like every cliche from the 50s melded into one. Like,
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. I think we're just jumping a little bit ahead there. We haven't even gone to the synopsis yet. We're getting a bit excited.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. We haven't even done a synopsis yet.
We've dived right in. All right. So, we also need to talk about the big thing about this version of the movie that I've got.
Yeah.
We need to talk about the 3D factor.
Yeah, you have a 3D TV.
Yeah. But we'll dive into that in a second. If you don't know what Predator is, I don't know how you don't. Like, it's kind of saturated everywhere.
Yeah, like even though I haven't seen it, like I know everything about it. Really, I was waiting for all the lines.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Oh man, there's a line here. Return to the hunt in 3D.
Oh wow.
Fantastic. Arnold Schwarzenegger wages an all-out war against an unstoppable enemy in this pulse-pounding action thriller. Now in spectacular 3D for the first time ever. On a rescue mission deep within a Central American jungle, a team of US commandos find themselves hunted by a terrifying creature more powerful and deadly than any on Earth, because the Predator is not of this Earth.
Ooh.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Before we dive into this, gem of 80s cinema, we need to talk about why the fuck is this in 3D?
Yeah. Well, I did mention while we were watching it that probably the only reason is because that was the only format they hadn't released it on yet, I reckon.
I feel like that's the same way. Like, they're doing this with movies that don't need to be converted into 3D at all. And we were going to watch it in 3D, but we bought pizza and we kind of didn't. We both wear glasses.
Yeah.
So
that's the main reason why I hate 3D movies.
Yeah.
It's too uncomfortable. It gives me a headache. Like,
you get the headache.
Yeah, I get a headache. Yeah.
The damn 3D headache.
Yeah, so I've only seen Coraline in 3D.
Oh, that would have been all right.
Yeah, which wasn't bad. And then I saw Star Wars Episode 1 in 3D. Because I was gonna, because this was just before Disney bought it.
Ah, right.
So they were gonna re-release all of them in 3D. So I was like, yeah, cool. Just another excuse for me to watch all the Star Wars movies in the cinema. So I was gonna watch them all, but then they only released Episode 1, and then Disney bought it, and they just canned the rest. So
probably a good thing.
Yeah, and
it's just a cash in when they do this sort of stuff.
Yeah, and I did not like it at all. I did not like it at all. I heard that Titanic was really good in 3D. Like that
got converted into 3D?
Yeah, of course. James Cameron, man. Of course
yeah,
it did,
true.
Yeah.
Well, like with these,
and it happened just after he did Avatar.
They're about to release.
Like he was just getting a hard on for 3D and Avatar.
He's about to release Terminator 2 in 3D.
Oh, is he? I didn't know that.
It's like, come on, man. That does not need to be in 3D.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
I was just gonna say, why don't you just focus on your fucking Avatar sequels? But it's probably not him working on it. He's probably just got his. It's probably his company. Just like, off you go, guys. Off you go.
That just needs to just finish. Like, I don't know what. There's so much faith in that thing in Avatar, and it's every movie you've ever seen, but just different aliens.
Yeah, like I didn't mind it when I saw it. I saw it like maybe a year after it came out, and I was like, yeah, that was cool. Never watching it again.
Well, I saw it because I bought a 3D TV, and it came with it.
Oh, it came with it. Okay.
I finally gave in and fine. I will watch this piece of CGI mess, and throughout the whole thing, I'm like, oh, so he's about to look. His flying thing doesn't like him, but it will. Oh, it does like him.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off.
It was pretty by the numbers, but
unobtainium.
Yeah.
Unobtainium.
Pretty uninspired.
All of Hollywood, all the writers could not think of anything better than unobtainium.
Oh no, James Cameron came up with it, and he was just like, no, that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it would have been.
But guys, you're missing it, like the subtlety that it's hard to find.
Yeah. More like uninspirium.
No. Yeah. Shots fired.
Yeah. Look out, James Cameron. I'm coming for you.
You just got McWhirtered.
Yeah.
you just got squirted.
You just got squirted. Yep. Totally squirted, James Cameron. Get ready.
Take that.
Nobody else can take down James Cameron but me.
No.
Come on.
It's not like he's like super successful or anything like
Yeah,
that.
no, not at all. Not at all.
We know he listens.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, I gotta say, like 3D, I do feel like I got a little bit taken for a ride, but
yeah.
Marvel do really good 3D.
Okay.
They're
I've
the
never
ones,
seen any.
they use it right.
Yeah.
Everyone else, like I got Piranha 3D.
Yeah.
You know, anything else really, apart from like the kids ones, like Paranorman.
Okay, yeah.
Monster House was pretty good too.
Like
Like
animated ones.
yeah,
Yeah.
they do it right because it's. I think that what everyone focuses on is making things pop out of the screen.
Yeah, it's
making
more the
it, like,
depth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
That's why I think Winter Soldier was probably the best version or the best use of 3D I've ever seen.
Okay, yeah.
Because it was just to aid the story.
Yeah.
It wasn't there as a spectacle or anything like that. It was just making you immerse even more because you're in the room and it feels like you can see all the computers of fucking I forgot his name, that villain who's in the computer.
Yeah.
But yeah. I feel like that's how 3D should be done. But a lot of the time, it's not done like that. So I do feel like I'm kind of glad the emphasis on the 3D is slowly starting to dissipate.
Yeah, like, I mean, obviously, like, all those Marvel movies and all that kind of stuff still comes out in 3D, but there's definitely not a huge emphasis on it.
Yeah, no, it's just kind of like a standard now. And
yeah,
like
see it now
big
in
blockbusters.
2D and 3D. Yeah.
I saw Fury Road in 3D.
Yeah, okay.
And was more than disappointed because it just washed out all the colors.
Yeah, okay.
It just made it so dull, and I just remember watching it.
It definitely wasn't made for 3D, though, was it?
No,
Like,
I don't know.
I can't imagine George Miller being like, "I'm gonna make this a 3D."
Yeah,
movie,
I think it just kind of happened. It
Yeah.
was just a thing, and they released the black and chrome edition, where it's just a black and white one, and that's like superior. Like
Yeah.
so
That's how he wanted it originally,
so,
wasn't
yeah.
it? Yeah.
like
yeah.
if you have you seen Fury Road, or are you familiar with
Yeah,
it?
I've seen it. Yeah, yeah.
You know the sandstorm bit,
Yeah.
when they're all getting sucked in, you can see flashes when it's lightning of it going black and white.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it just like if you haven't seen the black and chrome edition, and like that's
Yeah.
where you can kind of see how it looked, and
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
very cool.
I got to admit, when I watched Fury Road, I was pretty tired, so I don't really remember it specifically. Yeah, that's one that I've got to go back to.
I'm a
Yeah.
big Mad Max fan.
Yeah,
big
you are,
Mad
yeah.
Max fan.
Yeah. So I haven't seen Mad Max, but I have.
What?
I've kind of seen Fury Road.
Okay, that's a surprise. I thought you were at least seen like. Have you seen Road Warrior at least?
I haven't seen any Mad Max.
Okay, wow.
Pretty sure the only Mel Gibson movie I've seen is What Women Want.
Not even Braveheart. Like.
Oh no, of course I've seen Braveheart. Of course.
Thank goodness. That's hilarious.
He's my grandma's maiden name is Wallace, so like I'm a descendant.
So you're
So
invited to the
I've
premiere.
definitely seen Braveheart. I've
Yeah.
definitely seen. Fuck, how could I have forgotten Braveheart? Jesus
There's
Christ.
an old one of his that.
And I've seen Lethal Weapon too.
Yeah,
Of course.
good one.
Yeah.
Oh, I want Umbrella are just about to release one of his old ones, early Australian films, Attack Force Z, and it's just like a crazy action Vietnam
Attack Force C grade movie.
Z grade, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be pretty good. But yeah, wouldn't mind seeing that because I only ever see him in kind of overly serious or like Hollywood stuff. Yeah, can't say Mel Gibson's one. I'm like, oh, Mel Gibson's in this. It's like, oh, Mel Gibson's in it. That's cool. I
That
guess.
anti-Semite.
Yeah.
Fuckwit. Yeah.
I'm not gonna be rushing out to go see Daddy's Home 2.
Oh god.
Jesus.
God.
I heard like someone describe it as the definition of a sequel, like just like the cash-in sequel.
Yeah. Okay.
Chuck in a couple of extra stars, make them the same movie, and there you go. We made money, guys.
Fuck. That's bad.
Mm.
That's bad.
Talk about a horror show.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so we've had a little bitch about 3D.
Yeah. Yeah. I just can't do it. Like, it just makes me feel sick, and like I don't mind it. I'm not hugely against it, but I'd also definitely rather not. With
I
absolutely
find it-
everything, I'd rather not.
It's a big commitment. Like it's
Yeah.
kind of like watching a lot of people find watching a foreign film hard because it's a big commitment because you got to sit down and read the entire, like you got to watch everything. I feel that's the same way with 3D. You can't dick around on your phone or anything like that. Like
Yeah.
you got to watch. And if you end up with a bad movie in 3D, that just makes it even worse. Like,
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad we didn't watch it in 3D, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did say that I heard people complain about the conversion. Like, I think that's why I got it so cheap. Um, but we watched it in just 2D, and it was really quite clean.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, yeah.
Really clean, bright colors. Yeah, not bad. Because for some reason, this has had a really hard time to be restored in HD. Like, this is. I remember I had it on a pack that had Predator DVD. Predator DVD. Predator, Alien, and Aliens vs Predator, I think.
Okay, yeah.
One of those awful ones. And the Predator version is awful.
Yeah,
Just really rough. And it's just surprising that such a big movie, like a big Arnie movie, has had such a tough time.
Do you think it might have been to do with the special effects and stuff like that, or?
I think maybe.
Yeah.
I think that it may have been like a case of the film stock they used, maybe. Like kind of like there was a movie recently that was released that I can't remember what it was, but they had so much time. It's hasn't ever been released on DVD or Blu-ray because it was like filmed in beta, and the tapes were so damaged that they just could not
salvage it.
Yeah, until recently they finally finished, redoing it all. But yeah, because it was done on inferior new technology that faded out.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of the case when a movie you remember hearing about, like, why am I not seeing that on Blu-ray? It's because someone got talked into using, the most ridiculous tape or whatever it be.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, okay. Well, so I guess we should do a rundown of all the people who are in this, because there really aren't that many at all.
Yeah, I like that.
In the credits, there were like 9 people, 10 people.
Yeah, it's very nice, focused. You get your you get your 6, 7, 8 main characters.
Yeah.
Which is nice. It gives you enough time to really learn their little intricacies, and eccentricities, and who they are and what their role is in this team. And it made, do you think it passed the heart test? Was it close?
Kind of. I actually, now that you bring that up, I feel like that was kind of a little bit wedged in with Mac and Jesse Ventura's character.
They had one moment of sharing a drink and joking, like calm joking.
Yeah, and then after he's dead, he's just like loses his mind because he sees the Predator, and then has this whole speech about like, oh, I remember when we did this. I reckon that was totally crowbarred in.
It did feel a bit, and he just kept relaying stories and songs that they listened to. One of their stories. And yeah, that did feel a bit. Yeah, like there were some nice moments that I feel like Shane Black's character. Who was he? He wasn't Billy.
Oh yeah, he had because he was the first to die, so we didn't hear his name that much.
Yeah, Hawkins.
That's right. Yeah. Those jokes were so fucking bad.
Oh yeah, but him just constantly like I realized why he was doing it. This when he. The first one, he just told a terrible like,
and it comes out of nowhere. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, why would you do that? Why you can't? They're on the plane heading towards this awful jungle, and he lays this my wife's got a huge vagina joke on Billy, but it's so loud and out of nowhere. It's just that awkward kid at high school who'd heard a joke and has been waiting to say it, but hasn't got the opportunity to say it.
So it's just like, well, you know what? I'm just gonna bring it up now. Hey guys, I heard this joke, just making a huge left turn in the conversation. Yeah.
And then when he does it again, after they've taken down the rebel camp and all that sort of stuff, and he actually makes Billy laugh. I'm like, that's why. Because he's just determined, I'm going to crack this man who doesn't laugh or speak or anything like that. Yeah. So, I'm glad that kind of paid off in the end. But if it didn't, holy shit, that was the weirdest character trait to have.
Well, I guess at the moment we're kind of going through just the stuff we kind of a bit. So let's go through those because there aren't many of them.
Well, I was going to say, do we want to quickly go through who we're talking about?
Oh, yeah, okay, let's do that. Yeah.
So we got Arnie, the Governator, as Dutch.
Yeah.
Great leading action hero name. Yeah. I don't know why. I like it when they just got... And who's named Dutch?
Yeah.
Then we got Carl Weathers as Dylan.
Yeah, Carl Weathers, baby.
Oh, this is a name. Elpidia Carrillo as Anna.
Yeah, that the only female in the entire movie.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We got Bill Duke as Mac.
Yeah.
And Oh no.
Jesse.
Oh yes, of course. Jesse Ventura as Blaine.
The mind, the body, and the soul.
Jesse Ventura. Ain't got time to bleed.
Yep. I finally saw that properly.
Yeah.
I've seen a clip of it a million times, but yep.
We got Sonny Landham as Billy.
Yep. So he was the guy that
the tracker who made
who
Hawkins
laughed.
made him laugh. We got
I liked him.
What's his name? Poncho. Who played
Oh
Poncho?
yeah.
I really like Poncho. He was probably my favorite.
Was it someone Ramirez?
Richard. Is it Chavez or?
Oh, Chavez. Yeah.
Chaves. Is that?
Yeah, Chavez.
It's not like Chives. It's not
No.
Chavez.
Yeah. Chavez.
Richard
yeah.
Chavez. He was cool. I loved him in this.
Oh, his real name was Ramirez.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
But
He said when he got knocked over, he's like, get Ramirez on his feet. So,
right.
Poncho's
Sorry.
real name. So that's Poncho's real name. Yeah, like in the he's the character's real name.
But yeah, I think he was probably like my favorite one. Something about I don't know.
I really liked Mac until
the breakdown.
Yeah, until I keep wanting to call him Duke, but that's the character. That's the actors of Mac's name. What the hell's Jesse Ventura's name again? In this? Blaine. Thank you. I keep wanting to. Yeah, Blaine. When Blaine dies, I started not liking Mac.
Yeah,
he annoyed me after that.
Yeah, it did feel a bit much, a bit over the top. Like no, like you can't have this really cool, calm, and collected character. You can have them snap.
Yeah,
like in the scene when Blaine dies and they all just empty all their guns into the forest.
Picks up Blaine's minigun and just keeps going with it.
Old Painless.
Yeah,
what a name.
Fucking
yeah, that's when you snap and that's when you break, and then you can break for the maybe the night. Sit by his side, and that made sense when he was saying goodbye to him and his body. But don't keep doing it.
Yeah, then
that didn't make sense to me.
He literally just lost his mind after that, and it was just it was just dumb.
I can understand because he's seen something unexplainable. I guess that was why a lot of the characters acted the way they did.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of like, I guess it's kind of like their humanity being questioned, and their masculinity to a degree, because they're all these tough macho meatheads to it.
Yeah,
and. Yeah, it's them like, no, fuck you, this is my planet. I'll fucking take you down. And then their heads explode.
Yeah. I did like Matt's death as well. I really liked Matt's death. Yeah.
That was good. Death. I had a feeling like...
Just like...
Yeah. It's just like a solid, like the size of like if someone shot a can through your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like that kind of a hole.
Yeah. Yeah.
And of course we got Shane Black as Hawkins.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you know? Are you a Shane Black kind of fan?
I'm not really sure
what he's done.
I know that he's a director. I can't even think of what he's done, but I know he's done a fair bit.
Iron Man 3.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. I knew he's done some Marvel stuff.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Yeah.
One of the best movies of like the past couple of years. The Nice Guys.
Oh, is that Shane Black?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Fuck, I love that movie.
Yeah. Okay.
So goddamn funny.
Yeah. All right.
70. He's written and directing the newest Predator.
Yes, you did mention that. Yeah.
So that I really like that. We've got someone who was in the first one, who is now an established and very his own director.
Yeah.
Now allowed to have the property that he like kind of started in.
Yeah.
To do his own thing, and
it's pretty good.
It's like a sequel to Predator 2, which is just so many boxes are ticked in that one sentence. Like
okay.
Gary Busey's son is playing. Jake Busey is playing.
Oh, that's right. You said that.
Gary Busey's character's son. Oh, did I die? Like what happened? Hey, like he wrote Lethal Weapon 2.
Oh, there you go.
You've seen something Shane Black's done.
Yeah. I've seen Iron Man 3.
There you go. But he's done a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Last Action Hero.
Are you serious?
Did he write Last Action Hero?
That's one of my favorites.
I love that. That was on a couple of nights back.
Oh, was it?
I got home from work and it was like the last half hour. I'm like, fuck.
That was one of my favorites.
I'm watching this.
I love that movie.
The glass eye. I love the glass eye. The
I don't remember
villain.
that bit. I haven't seen it in so long.
The main villain was in the white suit and the red beard.
Oh, only vaguely. Honestly, I haven't seen it in so long.
Charles Dance.
Oh, Charles Dance. Yeah, Charles Dance. He's great.
Oh, yeah. It was a couple of Zach Penn and Adam Leff. There was a handful of writers who wrote this one, Last Action Hero.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Cool. But Yeah. Okay. So that's the cast. That's our players for this evening's film.
Yeah.
Is there a scene going through your head that like kind of is coming back? You know what I mean? Is kind of stood out the most? Or was there a moment you're like, I didn't think this movie was going to be like this?
No, it was everything I expected.
Yep.
It was everything I expected.
Cool.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, they were literally, it didn't exceed or
Yeah.
like but it
It
also
just met them.
didn't. It just met them. Yeah, it was
Nice.
exactly what I thought. I'm satisfied. Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
One bit like I always love, and you were surprised because it's the famous line.
Yeah.
Poncho sees that Blaine is bleeding.
Yeah.
Blaine ain't got time to bleed.
Yeah.
Poncho's reaction is the best.
Okay. And that was great.
And
That
just
was awesome.
shooting his grenade launcher.
Yeah.
Got time to duck.
Yeah. I didn't expect that response. That was good.
Always a bit of a surprise.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess that was a surprise, but you know.
Got you there.
Yeah. So
But this is how action movies should be. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Still?
it was good. Like what I said to you before as well, it wasn't everything that could have been a bit silly. Like they had a perfect response for, like when the alien decides to, when Predator decides, I'm just jumping straight to the end. When Predator decides to self-destruct, and he's just laughing at Arnie, it's just like, oh no, that's the recording of Billy laughing earlier. It's like, okay, that makes sense. Like, it's almost like he's just recording some extra little bits just to
fuck with you.
Yeah, or
he's hunting you.
Yeah, it's almost like gathering information on you.
Well, he did that to get rid of Dylan.
Yeah.
By playing the clip of when there's a scene earlier where Mac stabs a scorpion that's on Dylan's back.
Oh yeah.
And he says anytime. He uses that recording to get his turn him around
after he shot Mac. After he shot Mac. Yeah.
I like as I just like we talked about the Expendables, like that kept coming up.
Expendable twice. Yeah, I was like, oh, that's the movie is in later.
And it's just like, man, that's where action has ended up. You know what I mean? Like there only a handful of
where they're quipping constantly, like.
But like the action, they forgot about the action bit.
Oh yeah.
There's no impact. There's no blood. There's no.
I haven't seen any of
No,
them.
I'm just like saying in general. Like,
in general, yeah. Okay,
I managed to get through most of the first Expendables, and then a handful of us tried to watch Expendables 2, and there's a scene with Dolph Lundgren. They're on a plane, and there's Asian woman there, and he's just like, I sure could go for some Chinese food.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, turn it off. I'm done. Fuck this movie. I can't sit through a bunch of geriatric action heroes hitting on this Asian woman.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
And for it all to be like CGI bullets and blood and it's nah. So like there's only a handful of series that are doing action right.
I guess those guys are too old to fucking do anything like proper now anyway, I guess.
But it is kind of...
Even fucking Star Wars Episode 7 has blood in it, for Christ's sake. Like, fucking hell.
Walking Dead, I know we rip on it a lot, uses CGI blood. Like, fuck off. No, go away. Do the squibs. Do squibs.
Yeah. Oh man, the squibs in this.
How amazing were they?
They would have had to have used with fucking crazy.
That one set that was that camp must have been.
Oh man.
Was there anything left? It was really just ash.
What a set piece.
And yeah, just them, rolling out and taking shit down.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
And it felt real because of the squibs, because of the people like reacting to it and being blown away.
Yeah.
It felt real.
When they got shot by the fucking minigun, they got shot by the minigun.
God
mate.
damn.
It was great.
And anything that was like hanging onto the tree or anything like that in that, a 10-meter radius is gone.
Gone, just leveled. Absolutely leveled.
So I feel like that's an element of action movies that is missing today.
Yeah.
Like, just that sense of realism and I don't know why. Like there are some like the John Wick series. They do action fucking so well. But yeah, for some like it kind of is kind of focusing on this kind of watered down action movie, and it's a shame.
Or just something that I guess maybe it's just cheaper to.
Yeah, I think that is a big part of it. Like it is just kind of you can
They don't have to sign as many insurance forms.
Yeah, you can squeeze it out quicker,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah.
It's like just do it in post. Just get it done. Yeah.
I remember Kappa. That was something he brought up. Like,
Yeah.
there's a sense of fun, and just Predator was something he talked about a fair bit, and being something that it's missing. So it's like a feeling. There's something about them that is just kind of missing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even like all throughout the cheesiness of our favorite moment of the high five, handshake, arm wrestle.
Yeah.
Like, it's still a good movie apart from that. Like, most other movies, that it's just that throughout the entire time. It's just that cheese.
Yeah.
And it's just hard to wade through all that cheese. Like,
yeah. It's like it's almost like it's almost like action movies now are just too self-aware.
Yeah.
Like they like, I like that all these fucking Macho Man actor guys all took themselves way too seriously.
Yeah.
It's great. Like, you got to sell it. Like,
but
if you're slowly kind of like almost like winking at the camera and stuff, I mean, like, how silly is this?
Throwing as many one-liners as possible.
Like, the action movie part of it is lost.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, there was only, I think, there's the famous lines, but they were separated given so much time to, like, so they didn't build up. There was like, when they're taking down the camp, Dutch throws a machete at a guy, goes through his chest, and he hits the wall, like, stick it around.
Yeah, and then
we didn't hear another quote for ages.
No. Straight away, he kicks down the door and goes, knock, knock.
That's right.
But then that's it.
Yeah, so
that's it for ages.
It's something like what was it? I was watching a bit.
Actually, I don't even think there is another Arnie line.
Not many. Like, there's, get to the chopper.
Yeah, but it's not like one of those like cheeky stupid puns. Like, it was literally just get to the chopper. Like, it wasn't
which is good. Like, it's an earned joke. It's an earned, like,
it is earned. Yeah.
So I think that's
and they're not overkilled. Yeah, they're not killed off. Yeah.
And, like, I think that's something Predator 2 also kind of followed. Like, it kind of, it's like, we can play this serious and we can still have humor and stuff, but we got to have a serious movie in here somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's such a shame it Alien vs Predator kind of happened. I don't think you've seen it.
No.
Fuck, those Requiem. That's a bad movie.
Yeah.
That's a bad movie.
What's it called? Predator Requiem.
Alien vs Predator Requiem.
Oh, Alien vs Predator. Yeah, because there's a couple of Alien vs Predators, isn't there? Yeah,
two.
Yeah. Oh, there's two of them. Okay. Yeah. No, I haven't seen any of those. I think I might have seen a couple of little bits and pieces. Maybe
the first one was watchable. Like, visually, it was cool. Like, the whole Arctic pyramid and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But Requiem, God, it was just couldn't be further away from what people wanted.
Yeah.
And it was just little bits of action, but no gore. It was like, I think it was almost PG or M. I can't remember. But it was like a really low. No, you need to see the alien, like, spitting on people and they're fucking melting away, and Predator cutting them in half.
Yeah.
Like, don't watch that.
Yeah.
Those movies didn't happen.
Well, if we're gonna just continue just talking about the fucking gaps in my movie watching, I haven't seen Terminator.
That's right.
2.
Yes, we've talked about this.
I haven't seen Alien.
You say 1 and 2. Have you seen 3?
I've seen 3.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Why? I hated watching it, like, when it came out, and I was just so angry.
I saw it when it came out. Yeah.
I was so angry when it came out.
My friend just had a pirated copy of it and just gave it to me, and I was like, I'll watch it.
I think I had the same thing, actually. I had an Arnie who just, like, burnt, like, a whole bunch of movies for me.
I was like, I'll watch it. Okay, why not? Yeah.
Yeah, man, 3's bad. But I've got some serious gaps. Like, I'm kind of feeling them on the horror side of things. I've kind of got that genre down. But there's some other big ones. Like, I only watched, oh, God, what was it? Escape from LA. It was the sequel to Escape from New York.
Yeah.
Maybe a month ago. And it's not essential, but it's kind of like up there on Carpenter's. It's like probably one of his worst movies.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, just stuff like that. Like, I didn't see Fight Club until maybe I was 20 or 21.
Yeah, I saw a lot of those movies when I was about 16, 17. I had one of those guys as a friend who was just like, gotta see Fight Club, man. Gotta see Clockwork Orange. Gotta see this, gotta see that. And he just gave me heaps of those movies. So.
Ariel, who was on, she's offended when she just lists the movie, and the list is getting smaller, but she still lists some things, and she's just like, "How have you not fucking seen this? You have a podcast. Like, how have you not seen Fight Club or whatever it be?"
No, but we do a horror movie podcast. I don't fucking need to see Fight Club, bro.
Yeah, not a David, not a Fincher podcast. Like,
no, it's fine. It's cool. It's fine.
But yeah, I'm quite happy that my horror pile, like, there's only maybe 40 movies I haven't seen. Like, we're not counting the DVDs. That's a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
So yeah, you mentioned there was a bit of a dick swinging competition on set.
Oh yeah, between Jesse Ventura and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Apparently they just kept measuring, like they were doing like arm measuring competitions. Who had the biggest arm?
Listen to this. So, Jesse Ventura was delighted to find out from the wardrobe department that his arms were 1 inch bigger than Arnold Schwarzenegger's.
That's right. That's what it was.
He suggests to Arnie that they measure arms, with the winner getting a bottle of champagne. Ventura lost because Arnie had told the wardrobe department to tell Ventura that his arm was bigger.
Oh, that's what it was.
How cruel is that?
That's great.
I love it.
Oh, that's great.
Man. I love that so much.
That's so funny.
Oh,
dick swingers.
Stick around line has apparently been improvised by Arnie on set.
Oh my god! Of course it was.
Makes sense because that was just a random. That shot was very not. There wasn't another real shot like that in the movie. Where it's a quick cut in and lay out a line.
Yeah, that's true.
Interesting.
Jesus Christ! Of course, that was Arnie's input.
How much would it have sucked to have filmed this movie though?
Oh yeah, that looks so uncomfortable.
They would have been dealing with leeches and snakes and all sorts of just fucking awfulness.
Yeah, no thanks.
They look like, I think that was genuine sweat we were seeing pour them off them all the time.
Oh, do you reckon it was Max real sweat? Because he looked like he literally just poured a bottle of water over his head.
He looked like he should be dead. Like,
honestly, he did. He looked like
coming
he should
out
have
of
been
him.
dead. Yeah, you're not wrong there, man. You're right. Like, he should, honestly, if he would have just been passing out constantly if he was actually sweating that much.
Oh, yeah.
He'd just be so dehydrated. Like, fuck, man.
He didn't look. Maybe that's why he was losing his goddamn mind.
Maybe, yeah.
Because he just kept pouring.
It was more dehydration than losing his friend.
He kept pouring his water on his head instead of drinking it.
Yeah, instead of drinking it, yeah.
But my head is so dry.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't give a shit about his friend. He was actually, no, you know what it was? All that story that he was saying was literally just hallucinations.
Yeah.
They were just ramblings of a dehydrated man. It's like, what are you talking about? You literally met him 2 days ago. What are you talking
about? I was just thinking that, like, do you think that action and horror should meet more often? Or is it a kind of something that kind of can't really meet? You know what I mean? Like, there's shows like...
I would definitely call this definitely more of an action movie than a horror.
Yeah,
so
it definitely does.
I think it's more that I don't think it's really all that possible to meld them and have it literally like a half and half movie.
Yeah, it is
I don't
very
think that's
hard.
possible.
I can't really, any off the top of my head that I could say a straight up action. Like, Pandorum is one that comes to mind. But again, that does kind of fall into survival horror, like through sci-fi stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like like Sleepy Hollow, the TV series. That's something that kind of comes to mind of trying to make, a horror series, kind of like Grimm and stuff like that, like a modern take on a classic thing. But like the Headless Horseman's walking around with a machine gun, and it's like. You can't have both. It seems to be two things like we mentioned in the very first episode that horror is like a genre's genre. There's so many different things. Yeah. Action seems to be one that can't mix with it well.
No.
It's either got to kind of be one or the other.
Yeah.
I just kind of found that's fascinating. And I'm not sure if it's a shame or not.
Maybe the only kind of really, other than the fact that it's an alien. Maybe the only kind of horrific thing was the fact that, like, the bodies were skinned and stuff.
Yeah, it was definitely the gore. The goal to, like, I guess it's like his Predator's final design of that crazy vagina face, like, that is what like made it a monster, I think. And like as I mentioned before, it does give off a kind of slasher kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Like him hunting down, killing them in brutal ways and all that sort
Yeah.
of stuff.
But you also don't really see the brutality a lot. Like, and it's not really
Yeah,
like...
it's a snippet.
Yeah, and it's not like... It's definitely not like a zombie ripping somebody apart.
No.
You know? But but then you'd see just like flashes of it and glimpses of it, like you said.
Followed by the whip crack.
Yeah, yeah.
Like thinking of like
Yeah.
another like an action one that comes to head is The Horde, which is a French zombie film, and that was trying to go for more of a gangster action zombie movie in like an apartment block.
Yeah, I guess.
And it didn't work. It was so
I guess Walking
boring.
Dead can be a bit action. Can be quite a bit action packed. I feel like that's almost like what it's becoming now. Actually, when I think about it.
Yeah, I think that's kind of all they can do.
I guess. Yeah. When I think about it, it's not really a horror movie. It's action with zombies.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
Soap
Yeah,
opera.
you're right. Yeah, but
It's a
so
soap opera.
it's more action than anything.
So yeah, I guess it's one of those things that just can't meet up properly without it failing on one end and meeting one and failing on the other.
Yeah.
This kind of we were talking about this a little bit before we started watching Predator. I was reading an article about the director of Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. He's recently come out saying that he pitched an idea because he was asked to consider to do number 7 after the success of 6, and the producer that was talking to him was saying, "What do you think about Freddy vs. Jason?" And this director was like, "No, he's at New Line. Like, it's just going to be too much of a hassle to try and get him." And he's like, "What about Cheech and Chong? We own them, right?" But the producer was like, "No, like as great as I would love to see that."
Yeah.
He's like, the Cheech and Chong fans will expect Cheech and Chong movie, and the Jason fans will expect a Jason movie. Like, you can't meet with both.
Yeah. You can do a horror comedy, but you wouldn't want to do a horror comedy with
An established icon.
an established character. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, like like you said, people would we want it, and they'd be like, "What the fuck is this travesty?
And
what
so
have
you
what
know-
have you done to my character?"
They're not going to die.
Yeah.
Cheech and Chong are in no real danger because they're fucking
No.
Cheech and Chong.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. So, but I would have fucking loved to have seen that movie there.
Yeah.
Oh man,
That would have been a spectacle.
to see like the '80s version of a Abbott and Costello meets the Wolfman or something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. So yeah, that would have been just so '80s.
Yeah.
Would have summed it up in one film.
So when did that happen? Like when did he put that on the table? So like obviously before Freddy vs. Jason happened.
Oh yeah, so this would be because he didn't get
Is this in, like,
he didn't
the
get the
90s
job
or
of
something?
no because he didn't get the job of 7.
Oh okay.
So I want to say 86.
Oh okay. Yep.
Friday the 13th 6. So this pitch would have been 86. So it would have been about
Okay.
86, 87.
Yeah.
But they passed. They hired a different director, and that's when we got. That's why we got basically Carrie versus Jason in number 7
Oh,
because he's
that's right.
versing
Yeah, I
a
remember you
psychic
saying
girl.
that. Yeah.
They
yeah.
did try their hardest to get Carrie, but it's like Carrie's dead.
Yeah.
And she's not a slasher. Like, why would she fight you?
Yeah. Yeah. That doesn't
But-
make much sense.
I gotta say, 7 was fun.
Yeah.
Terrible. Fucking, she brings back her dead father, who hasn't decomposed at all, even though he's been at the bottom of the Crystal Lake for
Yeah.
the entire time.
Yeah.
Of course, movie.
I saw I haven't seen 1 to 9. I've seen 10, baby. Jason 10, baby.
The masterpiece.
Yep.
Oof.
What a masterpiece. We have to do that soon.
I think it's gonna be we got to have a special milestone or something like that.
Yeah.
We, I think you got to kind of see a couple of the terrible. Maybe we'll. Have you seen the first one?
No.
That's right. You just said I haven't seen 1 to 9.
Yeah.
So we'll probably have to watch
when,
the first
when
one.
I was in Thailand, I watched a bit of number 3, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not bad.
I think it was number 3.
We'll have to sit down and watch the one with like Imposter Jason because that's fucking terrible.
Okay, yeah.
There's one. I think it's Corey Haim is in it.
Yeah.
His solution to getting rid of Jason is to fucking
No spoilers.
No spoilers. I got to share this with you. We're not going to sit.
Okay.
I doubt we're going to sit there and watch those movies, man. They are bad.
Yeah.
They are bad. I don't know how they got 10 of them. But his solution is to dress himself up as the drowned kid Jason. Like he shaves his head, but like has little patches of hair and rips his clothes up and makes himself look all dirty. And it's like, Jason, it's you. I'm you. Don't attack my sister. And it works. Everyone, Paul, I think, is just broken. No response. Who could have thought that that was the solution to... Yes, thank you.
That's so ridiculous.
There was 10 of those movies.
Yep. Well, I guess 11 if you count the Freddyverse.
Yeah, okay. We're not going to say 12 because we don't count the remake. That was pretty bad. That was dull.
Okay.
That was bad. So Predator.
Yeah. So yeah, this episode's been all, I guess, in a lot of ways because pretty much everybody's seen this movie. So we're more just talking about like action and horror in general.
Yeah,
and
it's
fucking humid today. All right. So we're just like
we're a bit losing our minds a little bit. But no, yeah, this is kind of like I felt like we just needed to touch on to something really iconic and just talk about action and horror because it is something I've thought about for a while and it has kind of bugged me that. It doesn't bug me to the point of like, why hasn't this been made? It's just like, why doesn't it work? It's just surprising. We you can get so many different subgenres that become their own genre. Yeah. You mix a slasher and with a murder mystery, and you get a giallo. Like
So it's pretty much if you try and mix action and horror, you either get an action with some horror in it or a horror with some action in it. It's never an action horror. Yeah. It's never like. It can never straddle the two.
Even Attack the Block is so close to being an action horror comedy, but it's more comedy.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So, you're very right. I haven't watched that movie in a while. I fucking love that movie.
That was a good movie.
Old John Boyega, nice. Yeah. I feel bad for there's some people who can't see any movies that Star Wars characters are in because they already know them as a character until the trilogy's over.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like people like Still Saunders can't watch Attack the Block yet until episode 9's been out.
Oh, for God's sake!
Yeah, he just can't get around it. He can't get around it.
Come on.
I fucking really want to see that Detroit movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks fucking. That looks really good.
That looks like to me like something like The Road. Just a very heavy watch. Yeah.
I really like movies like that.
Oh,
and I really want to see. I really want to see John Boyega in a dramatic role too. Yeah,
he does good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously he's good in Force Awakens and Attack the Block, but they're kind of more like fun kind of roles as well. Yeah, even though he's fucking like as stoic as fucking Attack the Block. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah.
That's one tough kid.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Shit. Yeah.
So all in all, I can't say we can really say much more than this is a deserved cult classic.
Yeah,
it meets the cult, the reason it is such a classic and it is so heavily referenced and why they keep trying to bring it back all the time, and it makes sense. This movie was great.
Yeah, I love that. If I know it's going to be on TV, I'll make sure I'm sitting in front of the TV when it starts.
Yeah. Don't just drop out once Blaine gets killed or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was damn good. A lot of fun. Deserves all the praise it gets.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So that was Predator from 1987.
We ticked it off the list.
We did.
You finally. We'll have to make a list of the classics you haven't seen. Like, you haven't even seen goddamn Night of the Living Dead. Like.
So we'll like. But no, but like even like, but just not horror movies, just movies in general, like Alien and Terminator 2. The fact I haven't seen them is fucking ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Terminator 2, that does genuinely surprise me. I just remember being so fond of that movie when I was kind of like that, 10, 11 kind of around that. Like just because something about that movie was so great.
I think when I was about that age, I kind of sheltered myself from a lot of stuff because when I was younger, I saw some pretty heavy shit that kind of like freaked me out as I got older. So it wasn't until I was like maybe 14 that I really started watching like some action movies and stuff like that. Like I was still watching, like I was just watching Star Wars and shit, and I was happy with that.
I had an uncle who gave me a bunch of his old VHSs.
Oh yeah.
And it was Terminator 2, Rambo First Blood.
Yeah.
So I didn't even get to see the first one. Which one's the second one? Yeah, the thing is Rambo,
Haven't
and it's
seen it.
Rambo First Blood, which makes no sense that the sequel is the
The
first.
second one is called First Blood,
Mm.
right? Yeah.
So I
yeah.
saw that, and I want to say RoboCop, but I think it was RoboCop, and Mum just grabbing it like, nope, you're not
Oh,
watching
yeah,
RoboCop, buddy.
Yeah. I watched the cartoon.
Oh, I don't remember watching it.
No.
I remember.
Do you remember? Oh, pardon me. Sorry,
Sorry,
listeners.
listeners.
Just smacked the microphone with my empty water bottle.
Wake up.
Do you remember, the video store
Mm.
that used to be, like, where the Red Rooster is, like where the pub is? Do you remember that?
No.
When there was a video store at the other end?
No.
of Irvington?
I remember Video Easy, but not that
It
one.
was like this purple kind of building.
Oh man.
It had like a man with like a bowler's hat on. Was the I remember them really well, but fuck, that was a blast from the past. I remember hiring like RoboCop TV show, Care Bears TV show. Like, so this would have been when I was like 2 or 3. This is fucking weird. I'm having a huge flashback right now.
This would be probably before I moved.
This is probably before you moved here.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Wow,
That's
I'm
cool.
having weird flashbacks. That's really strange. Like,
But the last local one is closing down, so we're getting a little bit nostalgic.
Yeah.
West Ride Civic.
Civic Video, which is like, it's been voted like New South Wales #1 video store like for a few years.
The
years
best
running.
best selection of used stuff.
Yeah,
They were very
yeah.
fair with their used stuff.
How
Like,
funny was it when Blockbuster opened around the corner? It lasted like a year.
oh really? There was. That's it.
You
I didn't even know there was a
remember
Blockbuster.
down there. Oh,
Didn't
wow.
even know.
Yeah, like, you know, around where the kebab shop is.
Yeah.
Yeah, around there.
Oh,
It
shit.
was over there. Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Crazy, hey.
How dumb a move is
Didn't
that?
even notice there was Blockbuster. That's how short of a time it was.
They
there
did not
for.
leave an impact, did they?
No, not at all. Not at all. It's fucking
So yeah,
crazy.
getting a little bit nostalgic and a little
Yeah.
bit like, video stores.
Yeah.
Miss them.
Yeah.
I miss them.
So when is that closing this week?
I
Or
think
next
I
one?
think it's pretty much done. Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks pretty empty. I've been working, which I'm so angry about because
Oh,
I
you
have
haven't
not
been
had a
able to
chance to go
down.
in. I wanted at least to get like a neon sign or something,
Yeah.
like some memorabilia from
yeah,
it.
exactly. Yeah, it's a souvenir. From
Yeah,
it
even if
or
it's just
something.
like a display stand for a movie or something.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
something.
simple. I
a
wouldn't
whole-
mind like having a look through all the posters as well.
That was selling the safe. Like they were selling everything.
They were selling the tills, like
Mm.
absolutely everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
everything must fucking go.
Hopefully there's something still remains.
Yeah, yeah.
I just end up with like not even like the full shelving, just a shelf, just a
shelf,
plank of
yeah.
wood,
You just get a
laminated plank of wood.
out
I'll
Oh.
remember.
RIP Civic Video,
Mm.
Civic Video West Ride.
And video stores in general.
Yeah, I was gonna say we hardly knew ye, but we got
Knew
to know
you
ye
pretty
quite
well.
because you were there for a fucking long time.
Mm.
Yeah, they did really well.
God damn.
Ah,
Where am I gonna get my pop
sauce.
vinyls from now?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yep, you're gonna have to be paying full price all the time now.
Fuck.
Yep,
Damn it.
no primary school friend to give you a mad discount.
Yeah, true.
Oh wait, she wasn't. Your
High
primary
school.
High school.
I was
'cause
high
I went
school.
to primary school as well.
I went to high
Yeah.
school. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we might as well wrap that up. We're just like waxing lyrical now. Aren't we?
Yeah, we're just kind of having a chat,
Yeah, just having a chat.
but we should have a chat about the upcoming month.
Yes, it is
And
Christmas time.
it is. It is.
Festivus.
Festivus.
Festivus time.
Oh, that's the safe way.
Yeah, Festivus for the rest of us. Seinfeld reference.
Ah, right. Yeah. So, December, Christmas horror movies.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
there's heaps.
There is a lot.
Yeah.
There is a lot of them. Fuck off
What keeps
PlayStation.
beeping?
My
Oh, that's your
PlayStation. If anyone's here like has a PlayStation, can you tell me why? If it might just be me just having this problem, but for Christ's sake, it just keeps beeping for no reason. And sometimes when we watch a movie, it's only when we watch a movie.
It's only when I'm here, you said.
Exactly. It would just stop, go into rest mode, and eject the disc.
It must be something to do with the timbre of my voice or something. It
Maybe. I don't know.
just- yeah.
But if anyone's listening and is like, hey, I know that. I've dealt with that.
Or is when you're listening to this podcast, is your PlayStation going off?
Yeah, we're just fucking with you right now.
Yeah.
Do you keep running back to your room checking your PlayStation?
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Yeah. So what are we doing next week? What are we watching?
I have not
To kick it off?
decided.
Ah, okay.
But we have a couple of options. So get ready for either, I'm thinking maybe Krampus.
Yep.
We have got to, at one stage, do Black Christmas.
Yep. And also Red Christmas.
Or Red Christmas as well.
Yep.
I kind of think we should maybe save Black Christmas for Christmas. 'Cause that's usually when I watch it.
Okay.
Usually on Christmas Day or
Okay.
Christmas Eve.
Okay. All right.
But anyway, yeah, there's a lot of Christmas stuff out there. There's a lot of fucking Krampus movies out there.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
rare
I've noticed
exports.
that, yeah.
I think there's about to be a Lady Krampus movie about to
Okay.
be released.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, Christmas Evil. That's one I've been dying to watch.
Okay.
John Waters says it's the most disgusting, vile, fantastic movie he's ever seen. So
Okay.
that's a fantastic recommendation in my books.
All right, great. Well, I think we should wrap this up right here because I just noticed that Armageddon's about to start on 7, mate. Let's fucking do it.
Hell no! Jesus!
Literally about to start.
Oh
Look at that
my
timing.
god! I'm gonna have to throw my TV out.
Yeah.
Get rid of it. Jesus.
Oh man, I was obsessed with Liv Tyler growing up. She was like the first.
Did-
Like, I think we might have talked about
Yeah.
this before.
But I was gonna say, did you know? In the commentary to that Armageddon, you hear Ben Affleck just
You told me about this.
r-
Yeah.
giving it to Bay, and it's like, wouldn't it have been easier, Michael, to train astronauts in drilling instead of teaching people in drilling how to go to space?
The astronauts. Yeah. Yeah.
Shut up, Ben. Quiet, Affleck. And you say, shut the fuck up. It's my fucking movie. Just
Yeah.
a terrible person that, Michael Bay is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shots fired. You just got dicked.
Yeah.
Take that, Bay.
Yeah. Fucking Bay. Fucking. I can't remember who else.
Who did we call out before?
I can't.
Who did you squirt
remember.
on?
Yeah. Who did I squirt?
Fuck. You
can't
took
remember that.
someone down. Cameron.
Oh,
James
that's
Cameron.
right, James Cameron. Fuck you, Jim.
His name is
Yeah.
James Cameron.
James Cameron. All right, guys. We'll see you next month for Christmas month.
Yeah.
For December.
Yeah.
We're gonna slam some Chrissy movies.
Hell yeah.
I really wanted to do Gremlins, but we're gonna save that for another time. Aren't we?
Yeah, I think that is too iconic a movie for us to waste.
Fucking adore that movie.
We need some people around to
Yeah.
join us, and as you do with kind of Gremlins,
Yeah.
because it's always on at Christmas. Every year it's on Christmas,
Yeah.
and it's almost always on like Christmas Eve. So
Yeah.
it's quite nice. Sit around with the family,
Yeah.
you know.
Exactly.
have some prawns.
And then but then 3 months later they put it on the other channel just for no reason, just cause.
Because January and there's nothing fucking on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
We've got no shows to put out.
Yeah. So if they put it on channel 7, then I fucking guarantee you within a couple
7
of
too, we're
months,
gonna
it's
do
on
it.
7, mate. Yeah.
7 Flicks is gonna do it. But yeah,
yeah,
it's great.
exactly. Yeah. They definitely get their money out of that license.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you next week for a Christmas movie.
A Christmas movie.
A horror Christmas movie, to be exact.
Yeah.
A little more exact.
Some confirmation coming.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. TBD.
All
Yeah.
right.
All
Well,
right, guys. Enjoy.
Hope
Rest
you
in
enjoyed
horror.
Predator.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Predator was great.
Rest in the. Try to do the
That
Predator
was
noise.
great.
Was that all right?
We're leaving that in. That's how we're doing. Okay. See you guys. I'm not repeating it because I don't want to ruin it. You just made the PlayStation beep then.
Take that, PlayStation. Take that, Sony.
Take down.
Dickhead!